Whoa, is that seriously in Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Oh, Fist of Discomfort. I didn't realize this was that kind of game. Hello everybody, welcome back to another exciting episode of MugAndPlay. I'm Nick. Today we're playing more Arcade Spirits. We got a job at an arcade. I didn't see that coming. Did you? Leave a comment below telling me if you saw that coming. I'm kidding. That's not today's call to action. Last time, they were telling us back in the 80s, we really did avoid a serious industry crash, which would have left games as like a kid's toy fad, such as hula hoops. No mainstream acceptance. For instance, one of the factors could have been a terrible game based on a kids movie about a cute alien visitor who wanted to phone home. This is true. And it was always long rumored that they buried all those copies of E.T. for the Atari somewhere in the desert, and they uncovered them a few years ago. It's true. If this game was complete poop butts, like poop from a butt, my kind of writing, and massively overproduced, it had ruined video games for years. Fortunately, cooler heads prevailed. That game was delayed until it could be developed properly, and the crash was averted. The crisis only exists in theory now. No, those games were really buried in the desert. Sometimes I wonder what it'd be like for people in the darkest timeline, where everything went wrong. Are gamers considered nerds and outcasts? Are arcades vanishing points of nostalgia? The mind boggles. But, make no mistake, as popular as they are, the arcade industry is a dodgy, risky prospect for a job. Plenty make a run on it, only to come up short. Considering Iris was tasked with getting me a job I'd enjoy and could keep for more than a few months, this left me a bit confused. Iris, this isn't me saying no, it's an interesting prospect, but, I mean, are you sure about this? You say you're 99% sure.
99.97%.
99.97% sure. Nerd. Don't sell yourself short. Not even by 0.97%. Won't this be like my lifeguard job, though? Satisfying but short-lived? This arcade doesn't exactly look like a 5-star. It's no Deco's palace, that's for sure. Hey, listen. Don't get me started about Deco and his palace, alright? I mean, we might see it later. And to be perfectly honest, I haven't set foot inside an arcade in a long time? 15 years! That was quite the flashbacks. Like, I remember 15 years ago, I was blinded by a video game. It was plain white screen. 3. Huh. I remember really enjoying arcades when I was a kid. I wonder why I stopped going to them. Probably because they became hotspots for drug activity and just weren't really all that appealing to people anymore as home consoles became more commonly affordable. Iris interrupts that thought, eager to show off her homework.
Say yes.
Trust me, when I said I was 99.97% sure, I meant it. That's not some arbitrary number. I'm designed to be a bit silly and whimsical, but my math is deadly serious. Seriously, question my math again, and I'll be the man with sharp knives who cuts you. My coders may be to be the warm, personable front of a database array that's currently laser targeted on getting you exactly what you need, right here, right now. And when this place inevitably collapses and I lose my dream job, what makes you think that's going to happen? Because it does. It always does. I don't think your database accounts for my family's curse. We've always had to, I don't know, compromise, settle, because things rarely work out. That doesn't mean it has to happen to you, bud. You always have to be ready for the worst. It's why I take things in stride these days. Does that mean you shouldn't even try? I open my mouth to protest, and then I close it. It's like, does that mean you won't even try? And it's like, no, I guess not. As often as my life tends to crumble out from under me, it's not like she was wrong. I still had to try. I mean, what the hell? Why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That was kind of my mentality for picking up and moving across the country. So it's like, what's the worst that could happen? And then you realize, like, that you were just asking that rhetorically, because when you think about it, a lot of things could go wrong. Thankfully, nothing has yet. That's what I told myself when I walked out the door this morning, wasn't it? No matter how risky, I owed it to myself to jump in with both feet. And when it all came crashing down, well, I had recovered before, I'd recover again. Dandleton's got a good attitude, man. Meanwhile, may as well take the opportunity in front of me, so I opted to push on through those doors and see what waited for me on the other side. Yes! Let's go to a freaking arcade, man. Oh my god. Dandleton, you are never allowed to badmouth this place ever again. This is a heavenly place. The air conditioning hits me like a cool breeze, albeit one smelling of copper and corn chips. Comes with the territory. For a second, I thought this arcade machine said Time Shitters. It doesn't, but I thought I like Fast Cars 5, Castle Crunch, Snack Runner. Nice. At once, I'm struck by something odd. I actually recognize most of these games. Neat! Considering I haven't walked into an arcade in over a decade, that's probably not great. Lots of vintage stuff here from the looks of it, like really old. Although I don't recognize that game with the strange lights and things. Maybe it's karaoke or dancing? A Japanese import? This Showtime stage is probably like Paradise or something like that.
My sources say yes.
Checking. That would be a Showtime stage, a collaboration of Nihana Heavy Industry Concern and Hubris Records in Germany. It won a lot of awards, so basically it's DDR. Techno music and dancing. Huh. I recognize most of these. Whoa, is that seriously in Mr. Moopy's Magic Maze? But the one in the middle with the split screens is new to me. Oh, Fist of Discomfort. I didn't realize this was that kind of game. Just remember, fist can be a verb. Fist of Discomfort, a hybrid real-time strategy and brawler beat-em-up. It's actually not that new. It's been a staple of the esports scene for the last 8 years. 2 genres I was utterly lousy at last time I checked. Hey, you know, same. And over here is an old lady. Oh, it is an old lady. Oh, and they got skee ball in the back. All right, that's my game of choice. Sorry, ma'am. I was just talking to myself and had an overwhelming urge to complete my sentences. It's okay. Thankfully, I don't think she even registered me calling her old. She looks up from her knitting, seated behind the ticket prize redemption desk, and offers a wrinkly smile.
Well, hello there.
Hi.
Always nice to meet someone new in the Funplex.
Aw, thanks. I'm here for a job interview. The what?
Francine's Arcade Funplex.
Yes.
Didn't you see the sign out front, dear?
I did, but I just didn't take the time to read it.
Well, I chose to knock off the first 2 words when they got knocked off the building during the storm of 1980. Well, it's just the fun.
They muted out.
I suppose. How can I help you, dear?
Just say, just 1980 something. I don't know. Funplex? Is that when you suplex a clown? I like that. A genie in my phone set up a job interview for me. Or you been in the business for that many years? Yeah. Magical space fairy or something that lives in my phone told me to come here to find my dream job. It's an interesting way to phrase that, but sure.
Hello.
Hello, I'm a magical space fairy, apparently. Alright, I like that we have basically a Navi in this game. After all, she did say, hey, listen. I half expect her to send me packing. Pretty impulsive of me to just talk about Iris like that, but she took it in stride.
My, oh my.
Oh, hello. My, what they can do with technology these days. I really do marvel at what amazing things young people have done in 20-something or other. Although I'd simply love to take a sledgehammer to those blasted video game consoles that eat at my bottom line. See? Told you. The rise of home consoles was what caused the arcade industry to crash. She said with such a kind-hearted and warm smile. It's like, oh. Okay. I'm just gonna keep this Nintendo Switch in my back pocket and not show it to you.
Please, call me Francine.
Okay.
As in, Francine's Arcade Funplex.
Okay.
Get it?
I do. Francine's Arcade Funplex is your full name. That's what you meant, right?
Actually, thinking about it, I suppose we were originally Frederick's Arcade Funplex, named after my dear departed husband.
Oh. I'm sorry to hear that. Does he haunt the arcade?
Sadly, he died peacefully in bed some years ago.
I'm sorry to hear that. On another note, I love your Pac-Man earrings. It's Pac-Man the cherries. It's awesome. I'm sorry to hear that.
Don't be. He died doing what he loved. Having intensely physical relations with me.
Hey, you know, there are worse ways to die, I guess. That's kind of awkward, though. But, as Richard Pryor put it, that's recycling. That's information I needed to know. Yes. I love the writing in this game. And you are? Dandleton Carlson, ma'am. Very well. Shall we retire to the office to conduct your interview? I'd carry on out here, but it's rather noisy, isn't it? I can't even put my own sentences together. Yeah, about that. How do you deal with the constant noise anyway? Hey, I find all of that cacophony of noise to be just as endearing as being out in nature and hearing the birds chirping and the wind rustling through the trees. It's a different kind of beautiful. I love it. I'm dead serious. The sound of an arcade makes me very happy. Oh, eventually you'll just sort of learn how to filter out all the beeps and the boops. But what about the blips? She's like, oh, you'll never get rid of those fucking things. It can take weeks to become acclimated, I found, but in the end, done. Oh. I like how it stopped the background noise. She quirks an eyebrow. Well, now, that's faster than the others. Not bad. So, shall we see what you're made of? This way, please. Okay. Penguin there, baby. I like that. Penguin there. Francine leads me down a back hallway past public restrooms and into a door marked employees only. It takes all my restraint not to point out the extraneous apostrophe. Hey, I'm glad you caught it. I didn't want to say anything, but Dandleton caught it. Good job. Welcome to our little backstage oasis. I'd suggest we do this in Gavin's office, but it's a bit too untidy. I don't blame the boy. He's been so overworked lately. Please, have a seat, and we'll begin. As quirky as this place is, and its owner may be, at least I'm confident that I can nail the interview portion of the proceedings. Hey, that's a good attitude, Dandleton. I've interviewed for 12 jobs and held down 3. I know all the standard questions. I've interviewed for 12 jobs and held down 3, so that's a 25% success rate, you know? Whatever, man, roll them bones. It's better than the lottery. What are your greatest strengths? What do you see as your weaknesses? Once I even had to describe how to assemble a Lego set to prove my communication skills. Oh, an interesting one. He's like, that was oddly for the lifeguard job and I couldn't figure out why. Considering I ended up washing dishes, I'm not sure why. Okay, it was for the dishwashing job. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. The point is, I'm confident, prepared, ready.
If you were a dinosaur, what dinosaur
Velociraptor,
would you be?
duh. What?
If you were a dinosaur,
I like how it just repeats it.
what dinosaur would you be?
Right, okay, maybe this wouldn't be a typical job interview after all. No problem, go with the flow. Let's do the Velociraptor. T-Rex, no doubt about it. Pterodactyl, soaring through the sky, or Brontosaurus, big dude, enjoys salad. Hey, alright. Out of all of these, though, the closest thing to a Velociraptor would probably be a T-Rex. So yeah, T-Rex. Nobody fucks with the T-Rex. Tyrannosaurus Rex, mightiest of the mighty, able to eat lawyers in one bite. There's Jurassic Park reference. Always the big bad in the old-timey stop-motion monster movies. So, you're self-conscious about your tiny little arms. Again, the classy thing is to not draw attention to it. No? It's okay, dear. They're nothing to be ashamed of. Like, thanks.
What's your favorite snack?
Oh, that's a good one. Snack? If this was a favorite food question, I'd have this down easy. It's tacos. Always tacos. But snacks?
When you have pizza on a bagel.
Pizza bagels! Say pizza bagels! When a pizza's on a bagel, you can have... Hush you. Hey, but at the same time, according to our sponsor, Pizza Yums are my favorite snack. That's right. That's the new tagline. Pizza Yums. Pizza Yums are my favorite snack. Brought to you by Pizza Yums. Thank you. Come now, dear, I don't have all day. After giving a good thought, well, how could I forget my favorite snack? Tacos are also my favorite snack. A tasty apple with almond butter, or whatever munchies lurk in the depths of the vending machines. Well, I guess between these 3 choices, since Pizza Yums aren't on the list, out of these, tacos. Tacos, and only tacos. There's no other sustenance. I mean, there is, but tacos are pretty dang up there. They're good. I can see you as a person that knows exactly what they want. Yeah, tacos, and how to get it. Taco truck. You know what they say, you are what you eat. Yes, I am a taco. Thank you for noticing. Next question. Nothing I prepared for has helped me plan for this odd interview. I brace myself for the next one.
What assets can you bring to the team during the inevitable zombie apocalypse?
Hey, that's a good question. You know? Because you don't want to be the guy that just complains. Is this interview for real or is this a dream? As I look into Francine's deadpan expression, I know she's 130% serious. No more, no less. Engineering, I can make stuff. Medical, and hey, no lawyers left to sue for malpractice, and to be honest, I'd get eaten on day one. Out of all these, no, let's be like engineering. I can build stuff, cause nah, you don't trust me with your injuries. So I guess I can build stuff. I am working at a place that I'm assembling sunglasses all day, so I'm technically making stuff now. Let's go with engineering. I'm essentially MacGyver, trademark. I can make anything out of a string, a match, and a screwdriver. I mean, one. I don't have the other one, so you know, I can make 1/3 of anything out of a screwdriver. For example, a screwdriver. I did it. Thank you. Prop comedy. Especially if what you want is a screwdriver wrapped in burning string. Well, we've got 1/3 of that. Good. We'll need someone to build makeshift defenses and think quickly in case we get surrounded. Just have to throw flaming screwdrivers at them, I guess. An inventive brain is always a critical role in any survival. One more thing.
Why are you here?
Why are you here? Yeah, why are we here? The question is so simple and almost actually relevant to career planning that it takes me off guard. I told you, the magical space fairy in my phone sent me here to find a job.
You're seeking a job, true?
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't really answer my question, does it?
Are you hitting on me?
No doubt. You think my interview questions are a bit silly.
I like them.
But I like to think of the Funplex as more than a collection of tasks and people to perform those tasks.
That's a good mentality. We're a team.
Most folks my age opening arcades at that time saw it as just another way to make a quick buck.
Kinda was. But?
Well, I saw it as something else.
Mm-hmm.
Something more than a way to make a large pile of quarters.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta wrap them up in the paper and then take them to the bank. They won't accept them otherwise.
And I expect you'll find the others working here see it as something more too.
Okay.
Everyone has a dream they're chasing, dearie.
That's true. I am.
For my friends, it lies within the Funplex.
That's a really cool way to look at it. What type of dream are you chasing? Let me know in the comments below. That's today's call to action. Let me know what dream you're chasing. I really want to know.
Now, if all you want is a paycheck,
Mm-hmm.
I can provide that.
Cool.
But the last fellow in your position, that's all he wanted. And he didn't last long.
Oh. Kept me in suspense there near the end.
So I ask you again, why are you here?
To collect 2 paychecks. His and mine. To be honest, I didn't have a better answer than, well, why not? Buy the ticket, take the ride. That's what I told myself. But that wouldn't cut it here. I needed to actually think this through. It's a funplex. A plex of fun. And I like fun. Or, to be honest, I don't know. Not yet. Or, I'm looking for hope. I haven't had much lately. Or, if I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. Or just confused silence. Well, confused silence is right out. And if I don't take risks, I'll be stuck. I'm looking for hope. I don't want to do I don't know. So it's down to the jokey answer. Looking for hope. And if I don't dare to take risks, I'll be stuck. And you know what? I think I'm going to make the decision next time on Mug and Play. Because I need some time to think it out. What would you do in this situation? That's what I want to know, but we'll figure it out next time. But thank you so much. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.